Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. By now, the whole world has seen what is happening, what's been unfolding in the last day and a half about Stephen Boss, better known as tWitch. He is a choreographer, actor, television personality, television producer, well known for being one of the personalities on the Ellen Show, which seen all over the world. And also, he was a contestant on So You Think You Could Dance some years ago. And the news coming across yesterday of him passing away at 40 years old of apparent suicide. I know that people don't like to use that word. I think we tiptoe around suicide. I think we tiptoe around mental illness, mental health. All of those words are very scary to a lot of people. I am a huge advocate of mental health, self-care. I understand what it feels like to be down and feel like, man, why is life so hard? But to get to a place where you feel like you cannot go on is very hard to comprehend for people who have not been in that space. I am always shocked when I hear tragic news such as this because I don't understand that desperation of just wanting freedom, but in such a way. Life can be hard. It really can. Yes, sometimes we make life harder than it needs to be, but overall, life can be hard. Mental illness in this country is not at the forefront as it should be, or as it should have been all this time. And things like this happening are a reminder that we need to take care of each other. It is a reminder that we need to spread love whenever we can. It is a reminder to be our brother's keeper. Because this hit me hard. And I know it hit a lot of people. A friend of mine yesterday said, I don't know what it is. But she was like, I don't know this man personally, but it has really, affected me. And I said, you're right. It really has. And I said, maybe because we know people that could fit this description. And it's scary. My prayers are with his wife, his 3 children, his whole family, and loved ones close and around him. maybe he was going through something and maybe it just wasn't disclosed. I don't know. I'm not familiar with any conversations around mental health or mental illness. I know that it's very a private thing for a lot of people. A lot of people don't feel good sharing those things. I'm of the school of let's talk about it so that we can help each one teach one, each one help one, But I respect if people do not want to discuss their, past traumas or things like that. I absolutely respect that. But I would love for there to be an open discussion because the whole world is watching right now, We're sitting up and we're paying attention. And yet again, mental health and self-care and mental illness have come to the forefront again. And I know that is not in a way that people want. It is a tragic situation that has brought it to the forefront, but here we are. So let's address it. Let's talk about it. Again, if you are comfortable, I respect people who do not want to talk about it. But for the folks that are comfortable and that choose to share, let's do that. Let's do that. I totally support that completely. Because I think by sharing, it opens the door to creating a network of support for yourself and for others. That's why, different groups and support groups exist, so that you can know that you're not alone. I'm, this is the next day and I'm still speechless, honestly. I think we get lulled into this, comfortable space that, they're dancing and they're doing, we're a dance culture. We're on TikTok. We're dancing to the latest things. We're, doing all these, creating these memes and all this happy all the time. But a lot of people are not. A lot of folks struggled to get up today. It can be sometimes very tough to find that light. But anyone dealing with mental health issues and mental illness, never think that you're alone. Dig down to that space where you can find that light and hold on to that light until you can get to support and help that you may need. Because it does get better. It takes some time, but it does get better. I promise you it does. I'm hoping that this will be a wake-up call for the mental health industries and even healthcare providers in general. I hope this is a wake-up call for even law enforcement, that this type of training for mental health and recognizing mental illness and things like that are important and need to be a part of law enforcement training, military training, all these different first responders. Because recognizing mental illness can save that life, Teachers, also in that category as well. Because we know teachers, they may have a disruptive student in their class, and they may not really understand what's happening. That child may be going through hell in their home. I knew people in school whose parents were very abusive, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I knew kids in school that the first meal that they ate for the day, or the only meal that they ate for the day, was lunch, the free lunch in school. And that's people that I personally knew growing up with. So I can only imagine the folks that I didn't know. That can put massive pressure on an individual in their life. And you bring that over into adulthood. And as an adult, now you got to navigate through these things. And that can be very hard. I literally am still trying to wrap my mind around this because, as you guys know, I'm a major supporter of mental health and self-care because it's so important. I pray for his family, and I hope that you will too. Because it's one thing to lose a loved one, but in a manner such as this makes it even more difficult. And, yeah. There's always help. If you're not aware, I know everybody's, aware of some of these crisis lines, but there is a crisis lifeline, a suicide and crisis lifeline, and it is available 24 hours a day. And you just got to dial, or you can text 988, and you will be connected to a crisis specialist. If you're online and you want to kind of read through some things, you can also visit online 988lifeline.org. And that, this has been designated as the new 3-digit dialing code. And you can get directly to a national suicide prevention specialist. So please, if you are struggling, dial or text 988. Because your life matters. You're here for a reason. God created you for a purpose. And you are needed. Even if you don't know what your purpose is yet. You listening to this podcast episode right now may be the thing that says to you, wow, my life matters. Don't worry about purpose right now. That will come. Purpose comes. That comes down the road. Maybe it's just you sharing your story. That could be very powerful. So again, if you're in crisis and you need to connect, dial 988 If you want to go online, 988lifeline.org. And let's take care of each other, because we are each other's keeper. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.